Resistance up above. Yeah. Support gon' hold me when I'm falling. Resistance up above, keep me calling. I don't break down, I just bounce off the floor. Wait for the level, then I'm ready for more. Support, resistance, that's the line. Respect it till it breaks, then I'm right on time. Price came down to the level where I'm waiting. The man stepping in, watch the buyers start rotating. I don't catch a knife, I just wait for the bounce. Support got a hold, confirm for I pounce. Resistance overhead where the sellers wanna stack it. Rejection at the ceiling, watch it tap it and crack it. Break and retest, now the floor was a roof. Support, flip resistance, that's the level telling truth. Hold the line. Wait for it, wait for it. Every level got a story if you patient enough. Zone that hell before, gon' hold when it's rough. I don't chase the middle, I just straight from the edge. By the floor, sell the ceiling, never jump off the ledge. Read the chart, not the news, keep it clean, keep it light. Sean told me mark the levels before I ever hit buy. Support, resistance in the space in between. Keep discipline, let it come, that's the wolf routine. Hold the line, support, hold me down. Hold the line, till the level break the ground. Confirmation on the retest, then I ride. Support, resistance, that's the guide. Support gon' hold, resistance gon' break. Wait for the level. Keep discipline. Stay stacked on.
Risk off. Risk off. They just turning everybody late. Everybody bullish to the regime flip. You'll start ripping in the wrist tray slip. Vix was sleeping, now wake up screaming. Dollar start ripping, now the loan start bleeding. Rotation never quiet for the headline hit. Smart money moving while the crowd still lit. Credit start widening, that's the tail right there. Curve getting twisted and nobody aware. I don't need the news to tell me what it means. Bonds already told me watch the flip on the screen. Risk off, it ain't personal, it's math. De-risk early, that's the capital path. For the tape turn, everybody bout to learn. Risk off, they run it. Risk off, they run it. Regime flip, now the whole thing done. Risk on, they buying. Risk off, they crying. Read the flow, I was gone for it. Flip, protect the capital. Regime flip. Protect the capital. Regime flip. Same trade Monday, get you murdered on Thursday. Regime don't announce it, it just switch the whole runway. What was working don't work, that's the whole lesson. Don't marry the position, marry the process. Blessing yields, dollar VIX, that's the trinity talking. When they move together, that's the smart money walking. Rotation in the safety while the retail hold the bag. Flip my whole book, I ain't gotta brag. Keep discipline through the shifts, don't freeze. Size down, step back, let the market breathe. Risk off, don't mean scared of me smart. Link to trade them all, that's the whole art. I ride, I hide, I adapt, read the flow, never trap. Stay stacked, dog.
That's the all-time high. Structure in a roof side open past the all-time high. Fib don't quit where the others go blind. Structure in a blue, drawing lines in the sky. Loop apex, hold that anchor through the ride. Discovery grade, tell me where I'm at. Premium, don't chase deep, discount react. Anchors all the way back, hold it through the run. Parabola lifting, but the anchor never done. Every other fib go blank up at the top. Wolf side, keep drawing where the rest gotta stop. Micro and discovery, the fib inside the field. 1272 to the 1618, that's the grid. 2.0, 2618, measure, move, objective. Uncharted territory, still the structure keeps sequence. Side, side, Discovery great, glowing, tell me discount or premium. Near the height, don't chase, that's the lesson, gotta read 'em.
Yo. Hope everybody doing good this Thursday. I see y'all dropping them tickets in. So this is gonna be a pop-up confirmation episode for the new members, exclusively for the new members, you know what I'm saying? So they can get accustomed to how the ecosystem works. Pascal, how you doing, man? Trader said, how you doing? Natanka, how you doing? Anthony, what up, man? Got Arctic Wolf in here. Let me keep adding these tickers. Ooh. Intel. Man. Meta, Nvidia, Cisco. RT. Oh yeah, like to hear it. Yes, sir. I think that's all right now. I know I put some of those memory ones in there. STX. Oh man, hey, no complaints, man. Just got home from work like 30 minutes ago. Miss ATM, how you doing? First off, shout out to you for that Nvidia trade plan. That thing was immaculate. All right, so I think I got all of them. Let me turn my fan on. It's a little hot in here. Oh. All right, so we're gonna start off with SPY. We're gonna go through the indices, the indexes, however you want to say it, and then we're gonna work our way down. All right, here we go. So I'll take Apex off. All right, so looking at the monthly on SPY, we are in an aggressive move with strong momentum. Netflix, I got you, Maribel. With strong momentum. So it's looking real bull flaggish, if I might say, probably on the day chart. But I can definitely see the flagpole with the consolidation and then the support being held right here. Go ahead and go down to the weekly. So we do have a bearish arc. Hustle. Oh no, the big guns came out now. So for on the weekly, we have a fresh bearish arc, but we are still upholding the WTMA cloud and the 12. So no worries really on that one, especially with all this chop we had for the last 3 or 4 weeks. So no big issue right here. And then on the daily, we just closed above the previous week high. barely, but I mean that's good. Looking at the daily in specific, we do have a VRVP shelf that we are approaching an empty node. So with empty nodes, what you want to look for is those fast and aggressive moves. So we do have a full open and close candle above this trend line, so that's even better for our part. So spot looking pretty good. Hey Hustle, I'm gonna get you on one of these lives to go over QQQ, because you know what I'm saying, I ain't as technical as you on this. But looking on the monthly on the Qs, we are upholding the WTMA to perfection. Like every time it touched the WTMA, it just bounces up, and we bounce off this previous week low as well. Looking at the week, pretty much the same pattern that the SPY had. Got to the 12 EMA proper and bounced up. Almost approached this fair value gap on the weekly as well, but we hit this previous week low and then popped right back up. I'm thinking next target on Qs is gonna be like 737, but that might be a far stretch. That's why I need Hustle on here. And then on the daily, we just got we have a tight WTMA inverse arc with the 12 hugging it. So the Qs is probably gonna make a powerful move pretty soon, especially with this VRVP shelf being as empty as it is. So probably looking at like the 4 hour or the 2 hour, you can see the VRVP shelf just a little bit better. You'll see this start to taper off. Yep, right here. So once we get past this 2 hour order block, we'll have a little fighting to do against until we get to like 7:30, and then after that we can accelerate up to 7:36. All right, I'm not even gonna delete that yet. So looking at IWM is looks better than the other ones, honestly. So on the monthly, still holding the WTMA, bouncing off the WTMA on the monthly. No worries there. We did have a rising wedge fake out right here on this week, but this week isn't over yet. So if we reclaim this trend line and close above this previous week high, IWM can run. I believe Sean did put out a notice on a top down on IWM and BE, Bloom Energy. Bloom Energy, one of the ones, if you catch it, it will move. All right, looking on the daily. Yeah, so, actually, since that wick's down there. See if I can get some correlation. I'm gonna leave that like that. Let's see how this play out. So on the daily, we do have a bearish arc. We had a floating bearish candle yesterday, but it turns out that was a liquidity sweep. In particular, this level of this breaker structure that it had a couple weeks ago, which lines up with this WTMA bearish arc, came down. We went past it, started, hitting stop losses, and then boom, sprung right back up after that data release on yesterday. And then we had data this morning too. Jose, how you doing, man? Let's see what DIA did. So DIA was leading 2 days ago before the data hit. So we hit an all-time high during this month, and I'm pretty sure it was this week too. Right now, looking pretty good. We got a floating monthly candle, but the month is yet to be over. Still holding the WTMA and the signal line, so the weekly looking pretty good. I would like for the weekly to close above last week's candle for a continuation up, but I'm pretty sure DIA is going to have to come down to make a higher low. it's been charging for about, since March, and they never got a real substantial pullback. So I'm pretty sure that'll be coming soon, especially to this reconstruction level or this WTMA cloud and 12 EMA level. And it probably can, drop really fast looking at these VRVPs. So we did put in a higher low yesterday on the daily time frame. That was the front run of the data. And then after the data came out, everything basically sell side liquidity swept back up. So right now we're holding the 12 EMA, but we are inside of the WTMA and the 12. So you definitely want to be cautious around these areas, because last time we saw a prolonged pattern like this, that was before Christmas, and that Christmas rally did not rally. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and look at VIX. Limitless, what it do? Monthly, meh, negligible, bearish arc, and under the 12. Ooh. Okay, so on the weekly, we are definitely on some swing order blocks. If you look at this historically, you can see what kind of areas, VIX tends to bounce at. So this is how I call out those VIX spikes. For the ones who see me call those out, well, the pullbacks, impending pullbacks. Looking at the daily, so we were inverse arcing right here 2 days ago, but that unraveled with this, that data. So we got a buy side sweep and then a continuation down into two internal bullish order blocks. So right now, VIX is at the point where it can pop up off of any stupid war news or any economic news. But looking good so far. We probably can come down to about 1525 and then sweep. But we do got a fresh change of character on the bearish side. So everybody who I teach the same thing. We get a change of character. We protrude that level. We get a hard pullback, and then we continue down or continue up if it was vice versa. And then S5th, we are well above 60, so that's good. Anything below 60, that just means that tech is the only ones really over their 200 moving average on the daily time frame. So right now we got a pretty even market. All right, let's jump into some equities. Hopefully I ain't got lines and everything everywhere. Let me take these off. I know that's an old trade plan. All right, so looking at the monthly on NVIDIA, currently we're inside of the WTMA and the 12. We're still holding the 12, but we are under the WTMA. So, and we have 21 days left, 22 days left. So it's pretty decent. On the weekly, bearish arc, come down to this change of character line. We did close under it, and then after the data, well, last week was what kind of data came out last week? I forgot. I know I put out a playbook in my Discord and forwarded it to everybody, so pretty sure it was some negligible news. But NVIDIA looks like it don't want to give up this 189, 190 level. As you can see from this week, as soon as it came down again, it rallied back up. And then looking at the daily, we got a fresh inverse arc with a 12 reclaim and a 12 retest today. So once it tested that 12 retest and that previous week high, you can see that we got a tapered off VRVP shelf right here. So price can accelerate up to about 206, 207. Hit a little stopping point right here, and then can continue up to the top of this trend line at 213. And then we will look for a buy side sweep. So NVIDIA looks pretty good for a reversal, especially off of this 200 cloud. So most tickers, you know, they'll come down to the 200 and retest it, and then they just go parabolic afterwards. So NVIDIA looks pretty decent right here. CoreWeave is in a Dorito. I keep doing this one every time. I keep removing this for some reason. I don't know why. All right, so definitely in a triangle pattern right now. Go ahead and go to the week. We got a bearish arc with a was that a floating candle? I'm trying to see if it's floating. Yeah, it is with a floater after the bearish arc. So that kind of confirms a downside move. So don't be faked out by this bullish week that we're having right now, because price can't easily come down and sweep this 72 to 78 level before it pops back up. But we are, you know, the trend line that I just drew, we are holding that trend line as of right now. So that's pretty good. Let's see. Daily, it did gap up this morning, and then, you know, it came back down. So I also want to point out that a pattern that Sean always reminds me of. So if you have a crazy down move, and then, you know, it gets a consolidation with the instant spike up, the 12 EMA hasn't caught up to the price action. So the 12 will start to curl like we're going, you know, bullish. The WTMA start to curl, but as soon as we get that first retest of that 12, we get an instant rejection, and then price comes back to consolidate. Now, the 12 EMA comes down, and then it meets the WTMA, and then we go up. So right here is where you want to be cautious on CoreWeave, because if you try to front run it, you can just, you know, get this right here and then just a straight crash to this 64.70 level, 64.68 level. Uh-oh, that ain't my music. Let me stop before I get copyright. Let me do some lo-fi real quick. I don't wanna get that strike. They be blocking my videos. Let me see. Don't worry, a stack track album will be out soon. Yeah, there we go. So yeah, CoreWeave looks decent, but just be weary. What you want to look for is this 12 EMA to reclaim this 200, and after that would look, you know, more bullish than where it's at now, because right now it's not really at a, you know, a crazy support level. We do have order blocks, but they're not swing order blocks, so I wouldn't even trust them with this crazy down move right here. So I gotta get that wolf eye indicator. Oh, bro. I'll send you the link. That thing's nice, man. It's nice. I got the link right here. There you go. All right, let's see. Palantir. Hey, software is trying to make a comeback. I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but on this monthly time frame, I'm gonna tell you, it don't look like it. But all we did came down is test this fair value gap. So on Palantir, on the monthly, it looks like we're trying to fight back. We had a rejection off of the 12 EMA sometime during this week or last week. It probably looked like Palantir was doing the ultimate reversal move, but it did get rejected. So here we go again with the same breaker structure, continuation with a pullback. So if you flipped it, it would look like this if it was a bullish breaker structure with the pullback. So right here is what you want to see after a breaker structure like that for a continuation move. So we came down, retested the 12, did not let go of that move, and then we held the 12 EMA. So right now, you know, Palantir is at a pivot point where it can either reclaim the 12 and continue up to test this trend line or this top of this bullish order block, or it could just, you know, buy side sweep and just continue down to actually test this 200 proper. But the daily looks good though. The daily does look good. We got a 12 MA reclaim. We got, you know, this would probably be a buy side liquidity sweep on the lower time frame. And then we get a rejection, come back down, test the 12, the WTMA and the WTMA cloud. So what you want to look for on Palantir, for whoever put the ticker in the chat, watch for the 12 EMA to cross this cloud that's coming across like this. Now, mind you, if you don't got the wolf chart, don't even worry about the cloud, because you will need the wolf chart, and you will need to have your CWCA certificate to even obtain this cloud. But once the 12 EMA crosses this cloud right here, which is essentially a band of WTMAs on higher time frames, it will release that tension, and then Palantir could like do a parabolic-esque move up into this 200 at 142, 143. Yeah, so Palantir can like move pretty fast where it's at right now. Apple is one of the leaders today. So monthly, ooh man, that monthly looks beautiful. So we had a WTMA signal retest, and then almost a Mara Bazoo back up. So that's pretty good on the monthly. Weekly, we got a tight woven arc and inverse arc right here. So we got a nasty pullback for about 3 weeks. We came down to retest probably a key level on like the 4 hour or 3 hour or something like that. And then we pop back up. But now we're at the point where we could close the week above the previous all-time highs, which, you know, would be pretty good, especially since this week is a Mara Bazoo candle in itself, which is all bullish action from the open to the close. And actually, we're gonna do a top-down analysis on the stream, so I can show the ecosystem to the people who does not have the wolf chart and the people who thinking about getting it or whatever, you know. Isn't S a Sentinel, Pascal? Pretty sure that's Sentinel 1, I think, if I remember right. Oh, Pascal fell asleep on me. All right, so okay, there you go. So on the daily time frame, this thing looks crazy. So we are in a high sweep environment currently where we are right now with Apple. So obviously we got this 1 day trigger that's sitting on the chart. We got a inverse arc with crazy good bullish action, change of character, no pullback. We came all the way up to about this supply level, and then we got to pull back onto this fair value gap that it created on Monday. So right here, we got a 12 EMA, not a 12 EMA, WTMA cloud and a fair value gap and a WTMA retest. And now we're trying to break through this trigger. So high alert for Kevin Ivey. How you doing, man? So right now, Apple is in a pivot point where it has to close above this trigger or it sweeps super hard. Actually, it can still close above the ticker or above this supply, and then, you know, probably come up to about like 320 and then do a violent sweep back down just to retest the sweep. So you definitely don't want to front run this move, because if you do, you can get hurt quick. Especially if tech running that day, you know, Apple loves to, you know, trade against the grain. I don't know what be wrong with Apple sometimes. All right, so I'm gonna do a top-down analysis with Black Wolf. Just to show you how it's done. Hit copy. And this is not regular Chat GPT, so please do not try to do this with your regular Chat GPT. Chat GPT is not trained for 20 years of experience with doing top-down analysis on tickers. So don't get burned, and definitely don't say you learned it from me. I wonder if this new chat gonna be trained on the indicator. Maybe. We'll see. So Pascal, if you ever wonder how I get my levels, it's through extensive top-down analysis with Black Wolf and looking at too many charts. So that's how I call levels like that. And I'm gonna use the 2 hour for the execution time frame in this case. Granted, the trigger time frame is the daily, so I don't care if a 2 hour or 4 hour closes above that trigger. Do not do it until either the 6 hour candle closes, because you have like 30 minutes left in the market, and then you can be like, okay, I can do it. Or you just do it right before the bell close if it's still above that trigger. But do not front run it. You will get smoked if it decides to reverse. Alex, how you doing, my man? Hey, I know it gotta be hot in San Diego, man, because in Mississippi, bro, it is insanity. $67% continuation. Ooh, I like that. Too hot. I already know, man. Dude, it's 92 here, and it felt like 103 when I walked outside. It's like, oh my. With humidity, though. Let's see. Oh man, did I put it? Oh, I don't think I changed the model. Nah, it'll be all right. Black Wolf better than Chat GPT anyway. Kevin, how you doing, man? I'm in the gym and the AC sucks here. Oh, bro. Hey, ain't nothing worse than hot air when it's hot already. All right, so this is how I formulate my top-down analysis, and then when I push them out in the Discord or just to help people out in different communities, this is what I obtain them from. Most of the time, I can eyeball it and just, spit out a plan. But so for the top-down on Apple, so we got the 1 month, the 1 week, one daily, but the 1 day, and all the the tickers, the time frames that I used. So let's see what it says at the bottom. All right, here goes the verdict right here. So we got a dominant higher time frame thesis, bullish continuation, execution truth, not clean yet. Price is at supply, not demand. Remember, I just said it could get swept very easily. So that's what I said that. That's why I said that. So we're at a pre-active state right now. Apple is not bearish. The chart is bullish into resistance. That means the next trade must be behavior-based and not bias-based. Longs are valid only after exceptions above 316.50 or to 318. Shorts are valid after a failed breakout, aka a sweep in this case, and a loss of 314 to 312. Inside 312 to 318 is a trap zone unless a full candle confirms intent. The time frame flow you posted is correct. Higher time frame confirms the thesis, or 2 1 hour behavior controls execution refinement. And then that's where you get your basically your price targets right here. So here's your bear targets, and then here's your bull target. So 319.46, 322.75, 326.03, and then 332 for an extended fourth price target. So you definitely want time on contracts if you're going to try to go for the home run every time. So you need time on your contracts. And that is how you do a top-down analysis with Black Wolf. Pretty easy, I would say. I would definitely say this is worth 79 bucks. Especially since it makes you money. You'll probably make that back in one trade. All right, looking at AVGO. Right now, oh man, we caught the bottom of that fair value gap. So we retested the 12 on the monthly, the previous week low, and the 12 EMA, and the bottom of this fair value gap. And we shot past the previous week high, or the previous week low. So it looks like we want to conquer the fair value gap on the monthly time frame right now. It don't look easy, man. Hey man, the hardest part about being in our community, in our communities, is taking screenshots. I literally took 5 screenshots, put them in Black Wolf, and it gave me a plan. All you gotta do is execute. When it tells you to execute, that's when you execute. That's it. And you gotta stay with the rules. So you can't you can't white knuckle a trade just because you got hope in it. If it invalidates, get out. So monthly looks good on AVGO. Looking at the week, we do have a bearish hopium. Yeah, man, bro. Hey, get off that hopium. That hopium will smoke you every time. So on the weekly, we got a bearish arc. We do have a 12 reclaim right now. It looks like AVGO trying to make some noise. When is TSM's earnings? Or did they already have it? Ooh, Thursday, next week. Now, I don't play earnings. So when I say ooh like that, I'm just playing a run up until earnings on, tickers that are like. Don't hold it through earnings because, I don't do that. Let's see, go back to AVGO. So looking at the weekly, we reclaim the 12 EMA right now. So what we're looking for on the weekly time frame is to close above this WTMA, the WTMA cloud, and the 12 EMA. If we close above those, especially this candle in particular, with the high of 414.64, we can rally up into TSM's earnings. Read that module. Oh man, hey, Jose, if you can find that module and post it in the chat, please. I think I got it easily accessible. I don't know if I got it easily accessible. I think I put it in the chat. I'm not sure. Let's see. Nope. Maribel, why you? Maribel, what's that? Oh, it's right here. I need to download it. Oh, you already got, okay, bet. Yeah, that'll be cool if you can post that. Or y'all can just hit the free link in there and then get that same module. That's what I was talking to you about, Alex, earlier this week. The Trader's Mind. I got the module out for $3.99. So looking at the daily looks pretty good, but we're heading to supply. I can tell you that. So we got a fresh inverse arc, a fresh floating candle, and we just made a fair value gap. We closed above the previous day high. We closed above the WTMA cloud, and now we are inside a bearish order block on the daily time frame, pressing up against supply. So I can guarantee you, if I did a trade plan on AVGO right now, it would tell you that the 1 day trigger is where you want to take the trade after it closes above that level, because the risk reward from 401 to around 413, I mean, it's good, but the moment it hits that 413, it could just crash down to 380 super fast, and by the time you blink your eyes, you like, man, what happened? Or if you're bold enough, you can play it to the upside, tighten up your stop loss, let it sweep, you stop out in profit, and then once it pops back over it again, this trigger disappears, this order block disappears, and now your next target will be like 428. So that's 2 trades. All you got to do is be patient at that point. All right, I'm gonna move into these memory plays right quick. DRAM. Only been on the market for 4 months. Pretty cool. I'm gonna use Loop Apex on this since you know. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I put this back black. Yeah, there we go. Retracement with boom. So, all right. So Loop Apex. So you know, all-time low, all-time high, and now you got your retracements levels. So monthly, I mean, it ain't really too much data you can come off with that. You don't even have 12 EMA data or WTMA data in that case. All right, looking at the week, you are above the 12 that just, you know, appeared 2 weeks ago. So that's good. And now you're in these micro fib levels right here. So what you want to do here is go into a smaller time frame and then look at the fibs this way. So also, since it does nothing but gap up and down because you got nothing but high beta tickers inside of DRAM, you want to go down to the 8 hour and then turn on extended hours so you can see the actual price action. So you can see this. This is the sweep I called on MU last week. I almost got it to a penny, and this morning I think yesterday I called STX at 18. No, not STX. SanDisk at like 11.83 or something like that, and it literally hit my TP and dropped. So this is where I get the levels from. So on the 8 hour, which is essentially a daily candle, DRAM has reclaimed the 12 and retested the 12. 1883. See, man, see, people be paying attention. I like that. So we reclaimed the 12 yesterday, and then we retested the 12 today. So right now, DRAM is in a spot where it can, you know, spike up to this target price right here, 66.96, and then come up to 68.68, and then it could ultimately sweep at $70. So at $70, that's where you want to put your, you know, your stop losses a little closer, because you don't want to give up your gains. If you get stopped out in profit, you get stopped out in profit. You still want to trade, and then you wait for the sweep to happen. It comes back down, finds some more support, and then you go long again, and then it keeps going up. Because as you can see, the moment you come, actually I'm gonna go over here. Go right there. I can't share a file here. Okay, I put it in the Discord. So in order to get that free module, you gotta join the Discord. I'm sorry, you know, but it's free. I mean, I like free stuff. So once you do pass this sweep level right here, you know, the VRVP tapers off again, and then it gets high right here at $72. So $72 is gonna be like a hard stop or a hard target to get through. But after that, you can see that, you know, price magnets everywhere up and down this chart. So DRAM looks pretty decent. It still has no 200 yet. So let me go down to the 4 hour to see. Yep, here it is. So all it came down all it did was come down and retest a 200 moving average, one of the 200 moving averages on the 4 hour time frame, and then it swept that and spiked up instantly. MU. This is one of the first tickers I tested out Loop Apex on, and that thing, that's how I knew it was pretty good at that point. So looking at the monthly on MU, we are well above the 200. We are well above the 12, and we are well above this fair value gap. So we didn't retest the fair value gap, but I mean, that's okay. We did retest this field level right here and then pop back up. So we rejected the down move, the actual down move, instead of a pullback. Man, this is not lo-fi. What is that? Nightmares on Max. Next. What is that? All right. Looking at the week, we rejected the down move. We retested the 12 cloud, which is pretty good because the 12 is the trend. I know a couple people use the 20 and the 50. I can tell you now that if you can compare it to the 12 EMA, that 12 probably gonna smoke it. So try out the 12 EMA. That thing is pretty nice. And it tells you the reversals earlier than, than the slower or the higher moving averages. I'm gonna go to the 8 hour on this one. I know we got a fresh inverse arc right here. So this is what I saw the other day in the trap. You know what I'm saying? So I saw the 8 hour order block with a sweep. We swept it twice actually. That's rare to even, pop up once it's swept twice, because it can easily just, the more times you tap this order block, the weaker it gets. So with this inverse arc, 12 reclaim and a 12 retest, what we need to do now is close above this 8 hour demand on extended hours. And then once we close above that, price can go up to, what's this? 1059, 1057, 1059. And if it doesn't stop there, we can go up to 1080 to around 1090. Oh, and by the way, let me see if we got aggressive move on any of these. Not aggressive. We got aggressive move on a 3-day. So 3-day looks pretty good, especially since it started under the 12 and it aggressively moved back up. But you just gotta make sure that the 3-day does not lose this 12 EMA. And everything will be straight on MU. So we can see this move by next week. Ooh, hey man, how long this thing? How much this thing move a week? Well, $122, man. Anything's possible, as J.R. Smith would say. With these high beta tickers, I would make sure you got a time on it. And I know them things expensive whether you got time or not. So that's why I wouldn't ever get nothing that expensive without time on it. That thing gotta have a year on it. All right, looking at the month, August 21st. You cutting it. You got a month and 2 weeks. 6 weeks shouldn't be that bad. Wait, what strike you got? Yeah, what strike you got for that? I'm in the hole. 1200 strike. Let me see. I mean, it could. You definitely need a reclaim on the daily or to get any kind of traction. But I do see like the hard stop is gonna be like, what's the top of this WTMA? 1180. 11. Oh my God. Brother, you didn't heed the warnings. I was calling the top right here after earnings. I was like, hey, so okay, I'm gonna show you how I call the top on MU real quick, just so you can't get blindsided by it again. Because I was telling people, hey, don't buy memory right now. So I'm gonna go to replay mode, and right here, earnings happened the day of, right? So let me go to, I think it was the 4 hour to 8 hour. That when it happened, it spiked up like crazy. Let's see. Trying to find it next day. Oh shoot, it's right here. Let me go back. Let's see. Trying to see if this order block pops up. Let's get a 2000 leap, brother. Ooh. There we go. So 3 hour order block, right? So I want you to pay attention to price action once it hits that this trigger up here, this supply. So I'm gonna hit next. It popped up. All right, it took out the trigger, but what do we say? Well, you don't know yet. So when we see, you know, price comes down, so it established this trigger or this supply up here, right? And it comes all the way back down. It's never gonna blow past it on that first attempt. So that's how I was able to be like, hey, memory is about to drop. And plus we had a daily bearish arc going down. So I already knew that anyway. So let's see, boom. So top of this trigger was right here at the top of this candle. And then as soon as we got through it, you know, the next day after that run up, it just instantly dropped. Then I'm gonna play out the rest of it. And then we had another fake out. So that was your exit right there. I'm gonna show you the arc. It's on the daily time frame. But you can see every time it comes down to these actual supply areas, it pops up, comes back down, pops up. And then it's gonna drop again because I already replayed this scenario for somebody earlier, I believe. All right, so now it's in the 200 area, hit this historical resistance, popped up, rejected by this 12. I just told y'all about it. You know, price action comes down so fast and it tries to pop back up, it hits the 12 and rejects. And then once it lost the 12, I was like, man, this thing finna go to 850. I called 850, it hit, let's see, 875 on the low. I called 860. It hit 875. So on the, here you go. This is the daily time frame. This is how I knew. So you get this crazy extended move up. And I'm like, man, that thing ain't about to look good. And once it gapped down the next day, I was like, y'all might want to exit. Especially since y'all got in down here. So at this point, there was no point in holding, you know, your long dated contract if you go up instantly the next day. Because most of the time, if price spikes up so fast, you be like, man, this is like a setup. Most of the time it is. So like if you get in something and it goes up exponentially off rip, that's the art of having more than one contract. If you had two, you instantly trim one of them. Now you lock in at least something. And then once it start, you know, the next day it gaps down, you like, man, I'm still up, but I don't know if I want to hold this or not. You cut that, you still in all profits. All you did was trim down some of your profits. It's definitely a learning curve, but once you learn it, you will definitely say yourself. I said 893, man, I'll be calling out too many prices, dog. Let's see. I'm gonna move on to STX now. I think that was a little in depth. Let's see. I'm gonna take Loop Apex off. Almost deleted it. That's insane. All right. All right. So before I even go on with this one, when you see last month's candle, what do you see? Anybody can answer it, by the way. A pullback. Okay, so yes, it's a pullback, but if the wick is more than 50% of the whole candle, that's liquidity at its finest. So yes, it's a doji, but it has a body on it. So if I go down to this weekly right here, and I see this, and I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And it opens, and the moment that thing come under there, I'm out. Because on the wolf chart, you see how aggressive the move actually is. So look at that. When you see aggressive move, that means that move is real. And then it could just continue to fall and fall and fall. Like the memory tickers that we have in today's trading world, if this thing moves more than its full ATR in a day in like the weekly time frame, if it does that in a day, get on up out of there, boss, because it's about to be a long week for you. Either that or you want to hedge it. So this candle moved 170 bucks that week. Last week, the ATR is 98 bucks a week. That's almost double. So you had warnings. Look at that. I go to the arc right there. Then I'm gonna go out of replay mode. Just to show you where that arc started forming right here. So you had the breaker structure, you know, yeah. I'm already having my trail anyway. If I'm up on something this crazy, I'm having a stop loss. You gotta have a stop loss when you take these high beta trades. Yes, you can get stopped out in profit, but you'll be in profit. Because the moment it does some, you know, you be like, oh man, I closed out on the day. Yeah, I'm in green, and then it gap down. That gap down is probably $100. So why risk that? You gotta lock in some profits. So, but for right here on the daily, it did sweep, popped up yesterday, gapped up today, and then like I said, extended move, it hits this 12, reject. So now we formed a fair value gap right now. So what STX has to do right now is uphold this fair value gap, uphold this 12 EMA, and then it can come up. It probably can come up to like 998 pretty easily if it gets past, what's this level? 940, 938. Oh yeah. 50 Shades, how you doing? I don't know. I think I missed you in here. House Built on Wheels, and how you doing, man? Yeah, and yes, it's a pullback, but it's more than a pullback if it's, you know, doubling its ATR in a single week. I got it in 950 with 1,000 strike August. Okay. So you down, well, it's down, what, 60 bucks from where you got it at? I mean, that ain't too bad since the ATR moves $77 a day. So that ain't too bad. That's just one day that it, you know, went against you. But and another thing, when you get in a particular sector's, you know, plays, don't over leverage the same sector, right? So if you got DRAM, don't go get MU, don't go get STX, don't go get Micron or all of those. Oh, Nairobi, you changed your name. You know what? I'm not even, never mind. But yeah, don't over leverage your portfolio into one sector, because if that one sector gets smacked, you know, it's pretty much KO if you don't, you know what I'm saying? And also, I was telling people that the manufactured chip shortage that they put on, I was like, hey man, memory about to crash for a quick second, because if you fabricating a shortage of memory, that means the demand is fake. Now you're just inflating your price for no reason. All right. Ooh. Well, it's still holding that trend line that I deleted. Oh, this ain't my usual chart setup. Never mind. That's why. Okay. All right. So Tesla, clear as day, holding trend. Actually, I'm. I want to use this. Yeah, I want to use that one. Yeah, I'm gonna use that one. All right, monthly, it looks pretty decent. It is under the WTMA, but it is above the 12. So, I mean, the 12 is the trend. The WTMA is the shorter trend, and we use it for confirmation. Looking at the weekly, we are above the 12, and we are rejecting on this WTMA. So we still have a bearish arc. I mean, it got a little fighting to do, but if you want to learn how to trade Tesla and QQQ, holler at Pretty Hustle. I don't know if she's still in the chat or not. If you are Pretty Hustle, say hey. Yeah. It's a personality. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. All right, let's see. All right, let me line this up right here. I want to take out the VRVP because it's too bright. I'll leave it for now. Tesla on the day. Oh. Okay, it's inside of a fair value gap. It came out of a bullish order block. It did a change of character. And then it hit a buy side sweep. And this was the day that they announced their car deliveries. And then it crashed out on that day, which was insane because I think they over delivered and people just wanted to start take profits. And then the next day they just faked out everybody, popped back up. It did get stopped at this 200 on the daily, popped back down, gap down, and now we're at this WTMA cloud, the bottom of this fair value gap, and it's approaching this bullish order block. But it rejected the down move right here, and we are above the previous day high now, and now we're approaching the WTMA on the daily. But we are about to arc down if Tesla does not reclaim it. So if Tesla reclaims this and the 200, Tesla is ultra bullish at that point. I've been moving. I need to catch up on Tesla. Yeah, if y'all want to learn about Tesla and QQQ, and y'all want some, like I'm telling you, do it. Join the wolf pack. You ain't gotta play MU. You saw what our mentor did today. He told Nvidia's mouth out today. Told a mouth out. SMCI, I got you, dog. Man, that sound like Carpet Man. Oh, that's crazy. I was drawing those a long time ago. That's crazy. Let's see. Google on the monthly. We're basically retesting the fair value gap right now. We are digging into it, but it is still a fair value gap. So don't negate that off rip. We are inside of the WTMA on the monthly, which just comprises of, some pullbacks. Now, this candle up here on this 2 months ago does look toppy. So keep that in mind, especially after this parabolic candle that it had in April. That thing went up $95. The ATR is 34, 3 times this ATR in 1 month. All right, here we go. So on the weekly, does coach have a mentorship? I'm new to trading. I don't know where to start learning. You can join my free Discord. I got a starter guide that I'm gonna be giving out to the new stackers, and then we also have a free link to the Wolf Empire as well. So, and then you'll get accustomed to how we start, breaking down, tickers. You'll see how our verbiage is, and once you ready to make that step to get the Wolf chart, basically you just go through whoever referred you, and then you're good to go. You'll basically get Black Wolf right here, which he gives you trade plans literally off of screenshots. All right, this bot is built off of 20 years experience in the stock market. You can ask it anything. It got different modes. You can have it go into psychology mode, and you be like, hey man, am I holding too long on trades, or my winning trades are turning red? You can literally ask it all of that, and it'd be like, hey, give me the play that you had, and you give it to him. You be like, hey, you should have cut it right here, or stuff like that. So it definitely has all of that. It got mentor mode. It has everything. And then you get the actual wolf pack over here, where I'm pretty sure we got the smartest Discord in the world. I forgot to mention this at first, right? So first off, you get, the overall chat. I missed it. No, Tammy, I hope you see this. So you get the overall chat. You know, you get the typical channels, profit loss, trade plans from other wolves, you know. So most people do the trade cards. The trade cards are pretty dope. You can see the whole trade plan in one shot. Now me, you know, my brain don't work like that. I need like a structured format. So mine is like literally like line by line, like how I would write, like it'll be like bullet format like this. And then you have, you know, dividend stocks, long-term holding, good credit strategies. And then you got Sean's actual trade plans. Like I was saying, he was tearing Nvidia's mouth out today, literally on July 15th contracts and July 10th contracts. So I just want y'all to know, you know, and yesterday he had a crazy position on Nvidia that I don't even want to expose. My Discord link is down here. Where is it? Yeah, right there. I'm gonna pin it. If I can pin it. That's insane. I'm gonna go to useful links. All right, here you go. That's mine, and I had to get the link from Sean's to get in his, and then you'll be good to go. I'll send you out a beginner's guide, and you'll be pretty much on your way. And if you have any questions, you know, more than likely whoever brings you in, they're your mentor. So you won't ever have to worry about mentorship. We have over like 200 CWCA certified traders that can coach you, that can, you know, mentor you. So, and then you have, okay, this is the smart part of the Discord. So say for instance, okay, y'all been seeing me talk about order blocks this whole time, right? So let's go to yesterday. ANET daily supply zone has been conquered at 181.05. Bulls have closed price above bearish order block. Bullish alert. Chart it out and prepare for the next leg up. So now I do want to say, Sean called this out at 9:30 yesterday. This alert came out at 3:01. So if you would have got in at 9:30 yesterday, you would have got that whole $14 move that it did yesterday. And the, I think $3 or $5 that it went up today before it started to pull back. So I'm gonna go to ANET. I want you to look at the daily candles. So, and I'm gonna go to replay mode. Take that one day that it, oh wait, actually I need to go back one more. All right, here we go. This is the order block that it conquered, right? So you'll see price action start pushing up, pushing up, pushing up, pushing up. And once it closes above, this will disappear. And then you'll get an order block probably down here or right here, because it's anchored to a red candle. And then, so I've been calling this one out. You need a 1 week candle to close above this supply for this supply to go away. So I'm gonna go ahead and advance the candle. Boom, this goes away. This order block pops up. Change of character pops up. So, and I've been saying, hey, ANET is in a high sweep area unless it closes the week above that supply that we had. But now, and what did we get today? A buy side sweep with a pullback, and now it held that trigger on that weekly trigger. So right now, tomorrow is the one day that ANET has to hold above this weekly trigger in order to keep going. Because if it don't, it's gonna come back down. It's gonna come back down very hard, probably to around this 175 area, where it can retest that change of character line, consolidate for a minute, and then go. But I also want to point out that the 12 EMA is crossing the WTMA cloud. Anybody in the chat can tell you what the WTMA cloud and the 12 crossover will do for your portfolio. I'm not even gonna say it. I'm just gonna let somebody in the chat say it. Just know the last time it did it, it was right here. That's all I'm gonna say. Yep, that's all I'm gonna say. It did it right here, and you see it. Actually, I'm gonna put it at the crossover. So boom. This was $34 in 14 days. That's huge for ANET. So there's that. What ticker was I on? Google. And I was on the week. So the weekly got a bearish arc. We're still holding the 12 right now, but the week isn't over. We got one more day. So the 12 needs to be held by Google tomorrow. If it does not hold, we can come back down and revisit these levels of liquidity, especially this level in particular. Now, I know this a lot. However, would you stop learning more stuff while making money in the process? So we got this WTMA right here. You see how the WTMA tracks liquidity. So this is why I preach about liquidity. This thing don't miss. Every time. Look at that. Look at that. Top of the candle. Boop. WTMA. Right here. So when Google makes the move back up, what you want to do, hit the top of this WTMA and extend it out. And that's going to be an automatic liquidity level that it's going to try to magnet to. So, bro, you don't stop drawing squares. All right, looking at the daily on Google. We are under the 12 EMA right now and the WTMA. We almost retested the fair value gap, but I mean, hey, it's close enough. But it did hit this historical support right here, and then it popped back up. Oh, what do you know? Look at that. That's insane, man. Look at this. If I extend this out, WTMA. Remember I told y'all the WTMA cloud is comprised of a band of WTMAs. So think of these, but just, a higher length. So you're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So it hit that liquidity pocket right there and then pop back up. So we're doing pretty good on Google long-term trend-wise, especially since we just came off that 200. Came off this 200 right here on the daily. So Google's in a spot where it can easily reverse back up. It just, came up, hit some liquidity, and pulled back down. But it needs to reclaim this 12 EMA and the WTMA in order to keep going up. And then once it comes to this order block and this supply level and this trend line at the same time, the freaking Trinity, it needs to close a daily candle above 373.60, which is at the top of this supply. Let's see. Intel. I think they had some news. Okay, join. Excited. Okay, I got you. I'll send out the beginner's guide right after the stream. I'll put it in the general chat and I'll tag you once it's in there. Just to follow through. I don't want you to miss nothing. All right, looking at the monthly on Intel. Monthly looks pretty good. We got 3 floating candles above the WTMA. Floating candles, is our confirmation system. But on the monthly, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to confirm something on the monthly because it's overextended play. I don't think it's just going to go straight up again soon. It's going to have to consolidate a little more. So looking at the weekly, we got a bearish arc down, but the week isn't closed yet. So we very well could come below this 12 and then close, and that'll confirm a downside move, either to this fair value gap or this WTMA cloud right here. But we did reject the down move sometime this week. I'm pretty sure it's today since it went up $2 and it popped back up. So we're holding the 12 pretty good. So what you want to look for on Intel on the daily time frame or the 4 hour, I want to say the 4 hour is a little better in this case. Yep. What you want to look for on the 4 hour is a fresh inverse arc, which we already have, a reclaim of this 200, and then a buy side sweep here, consolidation, and then a pop back up. And then that would give you A plus range above 130 on Intel. It'll give you A plus range up to 140. Anybody got any questions? I know I'm speeding through this, but it's a lot of tickers on that list over there, Any questions? It's a lot, bro. Trust me. Trust me. I'm speaking very fluently on this, and our mentor, actually, JOG, I work with him too. He can ask you how many times per week he would have to tell me 6 to 10 candles per week. Hey man, I got in this play, man. It went red, man. Did it? Do y'all do call teach spy? Do y'all teach spy or do you call? Wait, what you mean? Can you look at Pan W? I got you. I'm pretty sure I missed something. Sentinel. And I know it was another one. I forgot the ticker though. It's a lot. Yeah, I asked the same question a million times, bro. Trust me, before it finally oh, I understand it. The hardest part is actually executing the trades. Oh, hey, I'm glad you said that. So in the Wolf Empire, whenever you do decide to get the Wolf chart, we have a whole breakout room for SPX, SPY, QQQ, IWM. I'm usually in the IWM because you can get high volume on that bad boy, and if it moved $2, you're pretty good. But for the most part, yes. See, that's Sean 3 days ago talking about SPY. If it gets above 351, you will be in a buy-side sweep, meaning price can pop up above the 45-minute supply and then get snatched back down. Y'all heard me say the same thing about ANET. So and MU and all those memory tickers. You want to see price close a 45-minute candle above that level and then it flip into support. So boom, 3 days ago, right here. So it did close above 351, but I don't think it closed. I think he said 31. Yeah, 31. 3 cents off. I mean, hey, coach up there, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, I give it to him. That joker too smart. So it didn't close above that level. So what did SPY do? Buy side swept. The dude don't miss. I'm gonna tell you now. So when I say buy side swept, there's probably an order block somewhere on a lower time frame, probably right here. Actually, I'm gonna do this just to make sure. I'm gonna go to the 45-minute. It's gonna be a supply coming on across. Oh, it actually, there it is. So here go the supply, right? Not the supply, but bearish order block extends all the way out. As you can see, it did not close above it, so it didn't disappear. It came up, it swept, and flush instantly. Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. Trust. It's gonna be the best $79 you spend. It's gonna be the best tank of gas you ever bought. I'm telling you. And that's like half a tank. So yeah, buy side means bearish temporarily, right? So let's see. I'm gonna find another spot where it did it at. Let's see. I want to see a flush though. Let's see. I don't want to use SPY though. I might can use SPY on the 2 hour. Okay, here we go. Perfect example. So let's just say, for instance, I can get it to connect right here. So this would be a bearish order block on some other time frame, on a lower time frame, since it's not here, right? Hey, Jose, flush. You idiot. So it's going to be a bearish order block somewhere right here. Since you can see it and you see this change of character. So actually, let's hunt for it. Just because I don't want to give you no bad example. And I got to go back some bars because if a level closes above it, that bearish order block goes away. So I'm going to go right here. Come on, there. Come on. It's gonna be on the slower way. Bro, where my bars at? Oh, here we go. All right, so you see how I mapped that out without even seeing that time frame at all. All right, so you can you'll be able to see this in real time, and you'll be like, man, I called it right. So you see the bearish order block, you see the trigger, right? So price action is usually never going to break through it the first time it goes up. So just to see, is making a move back up, You see these sweeps down here too. So it boom, sell side sweep back up. Powerful move. It 12 crossed the WTMA cloud and the 200. So now you like, oh man, we making parabolic moves, we back. And I'm like, hey, buy side sweep upcoming. You gonna see it. All right, it's inside of the order block. We got a breaker structure, which is bullish, but you're inside of an order block. And then, squeeze the top. See? And that's not even a textbook buy side sweep, simply because it didn't go to the top of this order block. But you can still see it. you be like, man, they ain't going through that order block at first, so I already know to either, trail stop or like slide up my stop loss, capture my gains, and then after you get that, you be like, man, I could do a short term put, capitalize on that, and once it finds a support again, which is in this case, it made this breaker structure, like I mentioned, it made the breaker structure pull back. So this is a combination of stuff that I already teach. You already got this order block right here. You got a buy side sweep potential here. Breaker structure. After the breaker structure, you always gonna get that pullback. Now, you going straight into this bullish order block. So now your floor is, minimized. Like the fall from here is minimized. Now you got a fresh breaker structure. This order block goes away. Now you targeting this order block at 752. But you didn't get it. Flushed out again because why? Breaker structure, pull back. Come all the way back down to it, cut through those order blocks, came down to the 200. So you'll know where to sell or where to, tighten up your stop losses at. Because it came right back down to the 200 and popped right back up. So, and this is not scripted. I just want you to know that. I rarely trade SPY. All right, what ticker were we on? I don't remember. I'm pretty sure it was Intel. Oh yeah, because I said we had to go down to a lower time frame. I think it was the 4 hour or the 2 hour. So you got an inverse arc here. Pan W in the list, I got you. So yeah, inverse arc here. So you need to reclaim this 200 and then wait for this sweep. Then after that, you'll be in A+ range on Intel from 127 to like 140. Ooh, what the heck is this? Bandwidth, packet software. Wow. Okay. On the month, pretty good. Let me see something. Okay. So Loop Apex got the move. Hey coach, don't forget those one-on-one sessions. Oh, I got you. Well, in the Discord, if you do need one-on-one sessions, it is in the coaching information right here. So I do offer a one-time, coaching for $99 per hour, or a 2-time in the same month for $189, and then you get premium access to my pro trade plans, where I have proprietary information additional to my regular trade plans. I can tell you, I put some grinding into that proprietary section, so you won't miss nothing. And then you can ask me Q&As all day, and I can provide guidance. So appreciate that, Phil. Phil, how you doing, man? All right, so looking at the monthly on bandwidth, it looks pretty good. We're above the 12. I'm not sure where the 200 at yet because it's non-existent. Oh, here we go. Here go the 200 on the 2 week. So right now on the 2 week, we have a 12 EMA crossing over to 200. So if we can complete that crossover, bandwidth can go insane right now, like absolutely parabolic. Band looks extremely good. Let me see. I'm gonna go down to the weekly. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna take off Loop Apex now. Oh man, it's looking like it's looking real free right now. You see these VRVPs on the side are really slim. That means this is like a low volume sell-off. Trying to understand this stuff and like decoding the alien language. Hey, trust me. Hey. I'm telling you, I'm speaking fluently right now. I did not. I was like, man, what this mean? And they like, did you get with Black Wolf? Like Black Wolf literally teach you everything. So watch this. What is the WTMA? Oh, I gotta get this thing off extended mode. Jesus. CWCA training is key. Facts. And then you can get the WTMA cloud. So here you go right here. So WTMA is Wolf Chart Smart Money Trend Post. So basically it gets the impulsive moves and it tracks liquidity dynamically, right? So you can track early reversals through arc and inverse arc behavior, trend strength, liquidity-based support and resistance. Remember I said where the curls were? Like where the curls were, like you would get those, you know, those levels where liquidity can just sit and price to either reject or use it as support. So it's the same thing I've been echoing. Like everything I'm teaching here is the same thing Black Wolf will teach you. I'm a CWCM certified, and basically I've done like I can't even tell you how many trade plans, and I've trained probably over 10 people. So I know a little something. But yep, it teaches you everything. And you can talk to it like a human. Yeah, CWCA is oh man, I'm drawing a blank. Certified Wolf Chart Analyst, and then Certified Wolf Chart Mentor. Yeah, bro, trust me. Momentum, trust me. Actually, Sean got a thing called click clack moment. Man, when you get your click clack moment, man, you like, bro, I just made 10 G's on a day trade. And you be like, click clack. And you gonna be like, man, I feel so accomplished. Like it's insane. This is in the Discord? Yes. So when you buy the Wolf Chart through the affiliate link, you get, see, Tammy, you made it. Yes. So you get access to the Discord, you get access to the Black Wolf Chat GPT custom AI. You get the Wolf Chart indicators that you see right here, minus the WTMA cloud. You got to get certified to get the WTMA cloud, which tracks parabolic movements. Case in point, since we're looking at a chart that made a parabolic sell-off, look at this. 12 EMA right here crossed under the WTMA cloud. Once that happened, what happened? Parabolic move down. It's insane how this stuff tracks it in real time. And this is a weak candle. So you'd be like, man, it closed under. I'm gonna take a swing at some puts since it claimed the 12, and then you've been in the money for so long. Let's see. I'm gonna do this. Ooh. All the way to the bottom. This is 588 days, which is, that's a 2-year leap. $150 down. Imagine getting leaps. I'm pretty sure leaps were dumb cheap back then to go down that far. So you get my drift. So yeah, man, come on ahead and join the family, you know. And also, if you use my affiliate link to get the wolf chart, you get my full access for free 99, free. All right, let's go to the daily. So daily on Band, it just printed a fresh breaker structure. It has a 1-day supply that it closed above. So now price action is free to move up. All right, so but what you want to look for on this is the actual VRVP nodes. So it's gonna be a little scrunched up, but you have to eyeball this part. So you see the VRVP still taped off. So in this case in point, I would negate the VRVPs because they're so slim, and because this was a sharp sell-off, there's no volume traded in that zone. So once this breaker structure occurs, price can zoom up literally to 89 bucks. It can either pull back a little bit or consolidate during this sweep, or it can go straight to this next 1-day supply. Is this a daily one? Yeah, 1-day supply. So like the wolf chart literally maps out where price action is gonna go. So you don't have to guess. You don't have to catch a knife. You don't gotta do knife catching. You can be like, oh, okay, cool. I see that it confirmed on the 2-hour time frame. I'm gonna let this candle retest the WTMA or the 12, and then I'm gonna get in there because it confirmed the candle prior. You get in with less drawdown, and then you make more money. I know I'm making it sound simple, but it's not. You're gonna have to do some studying. I'm telling you now. All right, Meta. Let's keep moving. Hey, Meta's still holding my trend line. Okay, so Meta looks like it's about to go on the monthly. I'm not even lying. So it's still holding my trend lines. It is currently reclaiming the 12 EMA right now, but we do need that monthly candle to close to even get that verdict. And it's right now it's pressing up against the WTMA signal line. That's the red line, and then the WTMA is the green line. Looking at the week, we got a 12 EMA reclaim here, a WTMA. Oh, hey, Wolfpack stackers, please do a top down on Meta. I see a 12 EMA about to cross the cloud on the way up, so I behoove somebody do a top down if you haven't already. I know Tammy be on it. Put in the work, it's worth it. I still have Meta and MetU. I got MetU in my SoFi account. They gave me a free stock on it. So yeah, Meta on the week is reclaiming the 12 right now, and it's currently above this WTMA liquidity level that we just talked about, that we just asked Black Wolf about. It's currently above that level, and this one too. So we're above both liquidity areas, high liquidity areas right here. Let me look on the 3-day real quick. Okay, so 3-day, we got a potential sweep. So when you do your top-down analysis, please include the 3-day, because the 3-day gonna be like, hey, you're about to sweep. When is earnings? The 29th. Ugh. I mean, you got 20 days. You got a cool 20 days. I would play the run up and get on up out of there, or play the run up and hedge it with puts. And either way, if it go up, your puts lose and your calls keep winning, or your calls be up so much that if your put starts to win, you can cut your calls still in profit, and then you just let your puts ride out. All right, daily got the same trigger. Well, the daily has a 1-day trigger. So, ooh, yes, please. Daily has a 12 EMA and WTMA crossover, WTMA cloud crossover, while it's meeting up with a daily order block, a 1-day trigger, and the 200. So once I can already see now, once Meta clears this 645 level, it's gonna magnet up to 675 easily. Yeah, it's gonna run up to 675 pretty fast and easy. Like once it clears all this little resistance up, it's gonna move so fast you won't even get to blink your eyes. $95. Ooh, that's insane. And it don't even feel like that. So this one got liquidity maps on it because I was teaching somebody on Fibonacci's yesterday. So let me get them up out of here. Ooh. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's the old one. All right, here we go. Not Intel. Cisco on the month is retesting a fair value gap, which is extremely good in this case because it's showing you that it does not want to come down. It wants to hold its previous week level, which was the bottom of last week's candle at around 113, 179.80, something like that. So I would say 113 is the bottom for it, the temporary bottom for Cisco right now. Looking at the week, yes, we have a bearish arc forming. However, we are still holding the 12 and we're testing this fair value gap. So what I'm looking for here is, yes, one time frame will contradict the other ones. That's why you basically have to do at least 5 screenshots, which is the monthly, the weekly, the daily, 4 hour and 2 hour. But if you want to get more in depth and get a better analysis, put every time frame you can think of. Well, I mean, not every time frame. Don't put 1 minute, 2 minute on there unless you're trying to day trade it. Basically, to get a fuller picture, you want to put in, 3 day, 2 week, stuff like that. So right here on probably the daily or the 4 hour, you're gonna get an inverse arc on the daily. Yep, right here. Inverse arc right here, 12 reclaim here. We get a pullback at the previous week's high candle. Now, what do you see on the VRVP after around 120? There's a Wolf chart mark preset levels indicators. Yeah, so it basically it marks the previous month high and low, week high and low, and the day high and low. So you don't really have to chart levels at all. Like all of this is automated. And then for day trading, what you want to do, if you want to do an analysis on day trading, you would just go from the week, the day, 4, 2, and I want to say the 30 minute, if I remember right. Well, even if you're puzzled on that, you can just go into here in the Wolf Empire and then go into the education tab. No, the cheat sheet tab. Wherever it's at, I can't find it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Of course I can't find it in real time. All right, here we go. And as you can see, we like Pretty Hustle, which is a CWCM. She putting gems in there. And then they have a cheat sheet where the time frames that you execute on depends on how long you hold. Oh, right here. See, here we go. Look at that, man. This dude, you can't beat this. Everybody pitching in. So if you get a confirmation on the daily, your entry time frame is the 4 hour or 2 hour. Swing trade. If you scalping, 15-minute confirmation. 3 minute, 1 minute, your entry time frame. Scalping. Your whole duration, minutes, like $79. That's all I'm gonna say. $79. Why is my fan going crazy? Oh, I'm gonna get this thing out. Yeah, so $79, man. You get every resource known to man. You get a super intelligent AI that's gonna freaking give you trade plans that are built off of 20 years experience. Hey man, somebody get JOG out of here, man. Somebody get this dude out of here, bro. Flush the fan. All right. So for Cisco, this dude's stupid, bro. See, I can't. This is why I don't get no work done at work, man. The man crazy. So we got a 12 EMA reclaim on the daily on Cisco. So anytime it gets over 120, you got a Hustle. I want you to do this trade plan on Cisco. Yep. I nominate you. Yep. I nominate you. Yep. And then I want to see like the pre-market. When you do the pre-market thing again, I want you to put it in there. Yeah. So when we get over 120, this thing tapers off aggressively, and Cisco is gonna go insane very fast. And Cisco contracts really ain't that expensive. So yeah, it ain't no high beta ticker. It moves $3.85 a day. But if you can get 10 contracts for less than $800, it's gonna pay you well. Let's see, VRT. I ain't seen this ticker. Wow, it's Chop City. But the monthly still holding the 12, still holding the WTMA and Signal. So that's decent. Let's see, 2 week, negligible. Let's see what 3 week got. Okay, 3 week. Okay, cool. Ooh, this is my favorite pattern. I see it. So, Jared, what we call this one? JLG, what we call this right here? What it's about to do? So, on the weekly time frame, when you see a slightly descending WTMA and it's kind of flat, yeah, there it is. Damn, Ben. You got a flat 12 EMA, but you can see it's curling up. It's starting to curl up, right? So I'm gonna draw out the price action, where the movement that it's gonna probably more than likely do. So I'm gonna go over here, draw this right here. I'm gonna make that green. Now I'm gonna do this one. Since this one lags behind, it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be red. And then since this is blue, it's literally gonna lag behind. So once it does this, it's gonna cross over the WTMA cloud, which is, it's gonna be roughly coming around right here. So that's gonna be the parabolic breakout, beginning of a parabolic breakout. You're gonna have a thin consolidation. Basically, it's when the WTMA is like slowly descending like this, and the 12 is meeting up with it, and this, once that 12 crosses over, man, y'all finna see VRT do something crazy. I'm telling you now. But once you get that thin bend, especially off of this WTMA cloud, stuff just tends to go crazy. Like, actually, here goes the last example of it right here. So I'm gonna zoom out. Look at that. You see how it met? It's the same exact condition, by the way. Like, it got the flat 12 EMA curling up slightly. It comes down with the thin bend, slowly descent. Once you claim that 12 in that WTMA, on top of this WTMA cloud, oh my God. So I ain't making this up. Now you see what happened last time. You see it. It's the same exact pattern. So yeah, I'll be doing a top down on VRT. I'm gonna feed the streets with this one. Uh-oh, not replay. Undo so I can get these drawings off of my screen, not back up the chart. All right. So yeah, VRT is looking insane, but it is chopping up right now. So when you see the daily chopping like this, all it is consolidation. So with it consolidating like that, You don't see the weekly just by looking at it, but when you look at the week, you like, oh man, I've seen this pattern a million times. I know what's about to happen. So what you want to wait for is a 1 day like this, inverse arc with a 12 reclaim, and then it got a built-in pullback creating this fair value gap. So what you want to see now is a level 3 candle. I haven't mentioned a level 3 candle yet, but a level 3 candle is a candle that opens and closes above a trend line. So none of these candles right here are level 3 candles. But if this candle opens up here and closes up here, you get a level 3 candle. That level 3 candle is all you need to know to go long. Because it's basically a displacement candle. So if something consolidating so long and you get a displacement candle that's like super gapped up, all bullish action, you like, oh man, it's time to go. So ooh, I see a Head and Shoulders. It completed it too. I don't like that monthly though. I mean, it's decent though. I mean, it's a little downside. I'm gonna do that, and then I don't want to use this top. I'm gonna use that one. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I don't care about the wicks. Not right now, anyway. So it's in the Dorito. That's fine. SMCI is down because they CEO got caught smuggling NVIDIA GPUs to China, and they fell from the sky when they got caught doing that. So I mean, nothing's really, and they hasn't been profitable for I don't know how long. They just been profitable for 2 quarters, like starting off. So on the weekly, we are approaching a bullish order block in a weekly trigger. I mean, that's decent. We do got an arc down though. Let's see what we got. Let me see. We do have a floater. So you don't want to take this trade until it comes down here to this order block. So we got this floater, which is the displacement candle I was literally saying, but it's not a level 3, but you're basically gonna just wait till price come down here, and then you get like a 4-hour inverse arc, and then boom. The daily and the 4-hour look better. Yes, it does. Okay. Yeah, I like that way better. So it swept right here. 2 days ago? It swept on the daily time frame. It hit this trigger demand, and it hit the bottom of this bullish order block. All right, and then it had a Marubozu candle yesterday. That was all bullish action, no matter what. $1.92, almost 3/4 of its ATR. And then it hit this 12, and then it rejected. It hit the 12 and rejected because the 12 is so far from the WTMA. So right now, it's created this fair value gap. And what you want to do is see price action hold this fair value gap and reclaim this 12. Once you reclaim that 12, let's see if we can go. I would say your first target would be around this fair value. Yep, around this fair value gap in this WTMA, which is $30. And then your second TP will be at 31.20. Hey, food for thought. JOG has a indicator that basically detects sweeps like this, and then it gives you your target prices after the sweep occurs. So, you know, I'm not just making indicators. Sean's just not making indicators. JOG is making indicators as well. Flush him out. That's how I found it. You found it with your indicator, bro. That see, my 4-hour alert went off. See, bro, man, we got the best discords ever, bro. Ever. Let me get these out. Oh, I was teaching somebody about this one too. Actually, the same session. All right, there we go. Get those out the way. Ooh, loop apex time. Let's see. Boom. All right, let's see. So this is the all-time fibs. So since the dinosaur times, they usually have a dinosaur right here. They don't have one this time. So look how price respects the fibs. I'm gonna do this. This level right here. That's where it became support. Came up, came back down. Use this one as support. Wick through this one a million times. Swept this one. Consolidated on top. So now these aren't just phantom levels. These levels are from the micro fibs, which actually I just want to run through a demo because I think Sue asked me for a demo. Let's see. I'm gonna go right here. I'm gonna speed it up for sure because this thing gonna be slow as heck. I'm gonna go time set. Let's see. So you can see how it respects the smaller time frame of fibs as well. So yeah. And then once it breaks this higher one, it's gonna boop. See, sweep. There it is. So, man, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, Tammy. Tammy, I hope you're doing good today. And then once you get brand new all-time highs and then you get a pullback, it anchors to the top of that all-time high. And then that's where you get, you know, the levels, the retracement levels. So the retracement levels adjust as all-time highs and all-time lows are made. VRT owes me, man. Oh my God, you were up, and I remember. Oh wait, pause. Hey. Momentum. Where you at? Bro, Tammy is funny, bro. Hey, Tammy, you see how that karma hit him? He like, where Creole at? He ain't him. I'm gonna drop the indicator now. And I was just sitting in the shadows. Thank you. So this is that same pattern on VRT that we was talking about. We got the flat-ish 12 EMA, and we got the slow descending WTMA. And this is on the monthly time frame. So look, and then as soon as you get that cross, you get that 12 reclaim. Look at this crazy move. It went up $15 this 1 month, and back then the ATR was $13. So now I'm just gonna hit play and let it go. So you got to change the character with the pullback. Boom. Look at it. Man, come on, man. This is insane. But that thing was sweeping like crazy. Every time you make a new high, that pullback is something vicious. But isn't this cool? Man. Dude. Deep discovery mode. Uh-oh. And then bam. What was this? 2024. What happened in 2024? Why we get a flush like that? But once we make a new high, it's gonna go into discovery mode again. I just want to see it go into discovery mode one more time. And poof. Yep, there it is. And then pull back. Man, this is crazy. All right, I'm gonna stop that. Cause that's only 2025. We had probably like 5 more minutes. But yeah, you can see slowly descending. Poof. Crazy. 2024, I think Crowd had that big software. Oh, you know what? Cause I was working in Penn State. I remember that. The airport thing. Yeah, I remember that. Pascal be knowing all that stuff, man. Pascal, you be on it. Your ticker is next. Sentinel-1. You're up. Oh, hey, Pascal, I'm telling you now, I like this. I can tell you right now. Oh my. Hold on. Before I get too excited, let me take this out the way. All right, boom. Oh yeah, hold on. Actually, it should tell me I'm in premiums for shorts. If I'm pretty sure that's what it'll say. I just want to see. Yep, premiums for shorts. And once we break that high, that's when it'll start flipping. But what I'm thinking about doing is programming it to whatever side the 200 on. Well, depending on what side of it is relative to the 200, that's going to predict the the premium versus discount. Because if you see premium right here, you like, man, it's premium. That means I'm paying too much. No, that just means it's premiums for shorts. So I can tell you now, the monthly is looking insane. You got a fresh inverse arc. Inverse arc at this liquidity level is literally the all-time low levels. This is how smart the WTMA is. This is actually insane. Look at this. So just so you know, I ain't fabricating no levels. WTMA tells it all. So, all right. So on the monthly, you already see the VRVP. It's above the VRVP level that is required for it to make a parabolic move. You don't have a WTMA cloud yet, and you don't have a 200 yet. That's fine. So once it gets in this 20 range, price gonna pop up to 22 very fast, and then it'll consolidate for a bit, and then it'll probably pop up to 25. So let's go to the weekly. It got a little fighting to do. That's why. Okay, it looked good on the monthly though. So we already had kind of a sweep with a pullback, and then we just got to change the character today. So now it's pressing up against this 200, and we're at a liquidity level where it can just buy side sweep. So I'm looking for a pop up and then a rejection back down to consolidate, and then it probably is going to hold this level like 1871, and then try to pop back up. Looking at the daily, you almost got a cup and handle. Well, you kind of do. I want to say you do, but it didn't print to change the character. I only call those out on change characters or breaking structures, but basically you got a cup and handle. But the pullback for the handle isn't that pronounced. So let me see if I line this up here. Okay, VRVP tapered. Let me go here. Let's see. I want to see this VRVP show. Okay. So yeah. So you can sweep at 1930, come back down a little bit, probably like 1880, then pop back up. You're going to target this $20, 2050 area. And then after you clear that 2060, Sentinel is going to be on one. See what I did there? All right, I don't think I have any more tickers. Y'all got any more questions? Any more questions? If y'all ain't got y'all copy of Loop Apex, if you ain't got the wolf chart, go ahead and get that. KO, that's the one I was forgetting. I already had this marked out too. I had traded them when they was around 80, like 75 to 80. And I caught this move and then I got out. Drop some more beats. Hey, Tammy, dude, I'm glad. Hey, I gotta show you something. Since you said that, I can't play mine right now, but I got 3 more already in the shoot. So, I already got them scheduled. They just, at this point, they're being like scheduled just to release on days, like just to be released. So Saber, when you trade MSTR, you always want to look at Bitcoin first. When you trade Cypher, you want to look at Bitcoin. And with Black Wolf, you can do a top down on Bitcoin, and then it literally tells you like how to trade MSTR, MicroStrategy. Hey, that Wolf's Eye so clean, dude. I did that beat I was beatboxing that beat. All right, so KO looks pretty good. Consumers, where is consumers? I want to see where consumers is. They in 10th? No way. For them to be that low. For them to be no, that's consumer discretionary. I'm tweaking. Yeah. Okay, they number 2 today. So I mean that checks out. Okay. Also, just check the dashboard. You already know Wolf chart comes with the Wolf chart. Just saying. That's how I know what's gonna run and what's gonna tank. All right, so on the monthly, it looks good. It is above this previous all-time high, but we are in the beginning of this month, so can't really call that. We just got a fresh break of structure 4 weeks ago. And now we're retesting that breaker structure level. We already on the second retest. And now we're sweeping a liquidity level that's probably a fib with fib extensions. On the daily, we're still holding a trend line that I visibly see. And we retested the 12. We reclaimed it. We reclaimed the WTMA cloud as well. We came down. Look at this. This is how you know this stuff is good. Look at that. You don't have to mark out every candle. I'm just saying. You're welcome. All right, so we reclaimed 12. So what you want to see now is a continuation up. Probably on like the 4 hour or the 2 hour. You want to see an inverse arc right here. You want to see it right here on the 2 hour first, and then you'll want to see it on the 4 hour following it. Because the smaller time frames get the move first. So yeah, KO look pretty good. They just in a pullback right now. And then, ooh. Hey man, Michael Burry did it. Hey, so on the 200, it's retesting the 200 on the monthly time frame, which is a good spot to go long from, to minimize, the down move, long term. So that wouldn't be a bad trade, but you definitely want to get a confirmation that it's going to go up first. So that'll be probably a day time frame inverse arc with a 12 reclaim. So the weekly arcing down, floater candle, and then a continuation down. We just got to break a structure from all the way over here, and then that's where you get that pullback. In this case, a pop up, and now it's trying to come back down. So MSTR will probably be a safe buy at around $50. $50, man, that thing down now. Let's see what the daily look like. Okay, inverse arc on the daily, failed to reclaim. So now we got this slowly ascension, and with the 12 coming down. So we can very well just tap this WTMA cloud and just pop back down towards $68. Yeah. Bitcoin got the same pattern. All right, and then J&J gonna be the last. Well, J&J and TEM gonna be my last two. I gotta go grocery shopping with the wife. I don't want to get beat up. Ooh, you see that trend line, Drew? Pow! That's crazy. All right, monthly. You had a previous all-time high, pulled back into a fair value gap, and then a surge up instantly. Ooh, I like this weekly chart. All right, so on the weekly chart, inverse arc, 12 reclaim pullback, tap supply and this liquidity level on the week, and instant Marubozu candle up, firing off this trigger and a breaker structure, barely got a retest, pop back up again, and then we gap down today, and then we dojied out during this week. So it's due for a pullback to this breaker structure level. It can dig into this fair value gap and tapping this WTMA or this 12 and for it to make another leg up. So yeah, that'll be right here at around 251 where the pullback can go. It's probably gonna wick right to it and then pop up instantly. Oh yeah, so I don't know if y'all heard that beeping, but that's my cipher lock on my door. And they're like, deep, 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 deep. And she walked in and said, "You ain't done yet?" And I was like, "No." So pray for me. All right, so on the monthly on Tempest, we are reclaiming the 12 as we speak right now. I wonder, Tammy, I do want to know how in the world we got a 12 EMA but no WTMA. The WTMA is faster, so it should appear faster. Okay, I don't know. Ooh, wee. I already know you did a trade plan. You wouldn't even put that up there if you didn't have a trade plan. I know better. The 2 week looks immaculate. The only thing about Tempest, well, I already know where the order block will be at. It'll be right there. So that's where you get your A+ trade range from. So your A+ trade range started at 55, right at the reclaim of this 12. Look at how aggressive that arc is. But you get at 55, you get A+ trade range looking at the VRVP. And your target right now is around 65 to 66 bucks. Which is, that's a pretty nice move, especially since it dropped that much. Those contracts probably not gonna be that expensive. We just gotta change the character last week with the retest this week and with the pop-up. So now, since we got those demands loaded in, the demand and supply, now we get a better picture. So we need to pop over 63 for it to go up. Man. What's this? So 70 is gonna be your target. So once you clear all this mess right here, around 64, 65, that's $64, you're gonna be in that unlocked zone for it to accelerate up to 66, and then you'll probably start to chop, probably come up to around 70, and then do a buy side sweep, and then drop. So with this one, definitely take profit when you hit your targets. Daily trigger, yeah. Ooh. So tomorrow is the day. And it's aggressive and strong momentum today. Yeah, I like that. And I already know Tempest probably ain't that expensive. Wow, so much information in this video. Definitely want to watch multiple times and take notes. Hey, that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. I'm just trying to be an extension of Sean, minus the indicators, because there ain't no way I'm doing all those. That dude is insane. Oh yeah, no problem. So I'm about to wrap this up. I'm about to preview hey, Tammy, I don't know if you like country or not. But I'm about to preview a song on this outro. Now, I didn't let JOG listen to it today. I didn't let him listen to it because I was like, man, I hope he come to this daggone stream. This thing slap. So I'm about to go ahead and put it on. And then I'm gonna wrap this up so I can go grocery shopping. And then I'm gonna rearrange my office. So I'm gonna go to YouTube, go to my studio, because it's already in the queue to get pushed out. I think tomorrow. Nope, 2 days. It's in 2 days. But I'm gonna preview it anyway. I'm telling you, that joint slap. I was like, dang. Where is it scheduled? Here it is. It's called the Fast Gun, the 12 EMA. All right, just to give you a inkling of what it's gonna sound like. All right, so anyway, I appreciate y'all for joining the stream. Appreciate all the questions. Appreciate all the tickers, because y'all showed me some that I wasn't even paying attention to. I'm about to get on up out of here. Apple Music and Spotify. I do Spotify. I don't mess with Apple, man. I only trade them, man. I'm a Samsung guy. But appreciate y'all for joining in. I'll see y'all in the Discord, and I'll be pushing out some trading plans later on tonight. Now let me restart this song, and I'm out of here.
12 on the draw. Fastest line in the West. High noon. So 12 exponential, fastest hand in the holster. Reach the momentum quick, pull it closer and closer. Price right above the 12, then the buyers in the saddle. Slip below the line and I'm riding out the battle. Grayish blue cloud, sitting still in the canyon. 12 cross over top, now the parabolic raining. High noon showdown when the fast line trigger. Momentum on the draw, watch the whole move get bigger. I don't jump the gun for the cross confirm. Wait for the 12, let the amateurs learn. Dynamic support riding right under the coast. 12 got the speed, that's the line that I chose. 12 on the draw, fastest line in the West. Right ahead of the pack, put the train to the test. Cross the cloud at high noon in a parabolic ring. 12 via make quick, that's the fastest gun thing. 12 ride, 12 ride. Momentum on my side when the 12 cross the line. Long rider out front where the slow lines can't follow. 12 react quick while the 50 stay hollow. Fast gun tell me early when the momentum turning. Cross back, undertake profit, let the sunset be burning. Read the chart, not the one that post the news. 12 VMA true, ain't no time to lose. Shine through the system and I ride across the plane. Structure trigger confirmed and I'm taking the claim. Keep discipline in the saddle, never chase the stampede. Wait for the 12, then I plant my seed. Above the cloud, we riding parabolic in the sky. 12 guns smoking, watch the wolf ride by. 12 cross, high noon, 12 cross, parabolic zone. 12 cross, keep discipline. Fast gun draw. And I win. 12 EMA, fastest gun in the West. Across the cloud, ride a run, put the train to the test. Wait for confirmation. Keep it disciplined. Stay.
Appreciate y'all for dropping by. Peace.